As the 270-foot Coast Guard cutter Forward is patrolling the Caribbean, they receive word that a suspicious vessel is in the vicinity. They head out to investigate, along with the 110-foot cutter Maui, which is also in the area. The Forward's lookout spots the disabled Go Fast, and they dispatch the cutter Maui to make the initial contact.
Okay. These are our boys. These are migrants. That's where they're going. ¿A dónde se dirigían ustedes? ¿Hacia dónde se dirigían?
A bajarlo, que estábamos pescando, pero que tuvimos, los pescados se nos pudrieron y todos tuvimos que botarlo. Y lo que nos quedan son 2 rueditas de pan.
They said they were fishing out of Fajardo and they ran out of gas and they've been drifting and they're heading back there. That's a lot. That's on the north side. That's on the northeast side. The other corner of the island.
The Maui crew continues to question the suspects. They claim to have left the northeastern side of Puerto Rico for a 2-day fishing trip. Yet, they're found on the southwestern side of the island 4 days later.
They were on out of Fajardo, I guess it's the northeast side of the island. They 3 days ago, they broke down, ran out of fuel, been drifting for 3 days, and they're trying to get back to that direction.
Since a Go Fast is typically a drug-running boat, not a fishing boat, the crew is suspicious that the Go Fast might be carrying drugs. The Forward assembles a boarding team to investigate.
It's a 24-foot Go Fast with twin 140-horse outboards. There's 3 males on board that speak Spanish. They claim that they're from Puerto Rico. They claim that they have been on a fishing trip for 2 days, and sometime during the fishing trip have run out of gas and have been adrift ever since. This vessel matches the description of a vessel we've been looking for the last 6 hours. It's a possible drug vessel coming up into Puerto Rico. We think we may have gotten lucky in finding this boat out here. You two will go on the boarding. You will go by small boat over the cutter Maui, where Maui's interpreter will join you, and then the 3 of you will conduct the boarding of the Go Fast vessel.
Before the team can board the vessel, they need to be tested to ensure that there's no trace of any contraband on them. They proceed to the ion scanner, a device that can detect even the lowest levels of drug contact.
Take your swipes between your thumb and your forefinger. You just wipe down all your exposed skin and clothing.
The swipes are put into the ion scanner for testing. The process provides proof that the boarding team has no trace of drugs on them. Proof that will be important if they find illegal substances on the vessel. This prevents them from being accused of bringing the contraband on board.
They were very clean shaven. Their clothes were very clean. They had a couple of fishing poles on board. Didn't really look like they were out fishing. So we began the ion scan testing and questioning the persons that were on board.
The boarding team also searches the vessel, but finds no indication of a hidden compartment or drugs on board. They do notice that the gas tanks were moved from their original position to allow for more room in the cargo hold. As they finish the ion scan testing, the swipes are sent back to the ship via the small boat and immediately placed in the ion scanner. The Forward finds very high hits of cocaine, so high that it's just not residue from cocaine that had been on the vessel, but actual cocaine. They can only assume that the Go Fast crew either dumped the cocaine overboard or recently offloaded it to another vessel. The boarding team passes the 3 men over to the cutter Maui, which takes their Go Fast in tow and delivers them to customs. This boarding is a good example of the work that the Coast Guard and other agencies are performing around the clock in an effort to keep drugs out of the United States. Although actual contraband wasn't found during this particular search, their positive results from the ion scan proved that drugs had recently been on the vessel, a good indication that this boat and these individuals were probably involved in drug trafficking. Taking the boat to customs keeps the boat out of commission and unavailable for future drug runs.